What we're gonna do right here is go back, way back.
Going way back till the early days. Rockin' it.
Got fresh stuff.
Money B. You know how we
Give it, party people, suck. Funky, don't listen to.
Y'all ready for this?
I'm going way back.
It's the Going Way Back show with Money B.
Money B.
Your home for classic hip hop, raw and uncut. Oh. Are we gonna start off like this, Kyle? God damn!
You ain't shit.
I was trying to impress somebody.
You know,
I'll be there.
Anyways, if you know me, well, first off, like I do always, I want to let everybody know Ty Teasy won't be able to make it today, but she's here in spirit.
Yes, she is.
Shout out to Ty
Shout
Teasy.
out Time.
But my guy, DJ Always, is definitely in the house. What up, Always?
Chilling, man. How you feeling?
I feel good. Now, if anybody knows me, they know if there's anything I like talking about more or just as much as hip hop, it's sports.
That's right.
So I'm pleased to have as my guest today two ladies who know a whole lot about sports. My girls, JRae and Rhonda Ray from JRae The Fanatic. How y'all doing?
Doing
Welcome,
real good.
welcome, welcome.
Good.
Thank you. Thank
Now-
you for having us.
Before we even get started, I want you to tell the people out there exactly what The Fanatic is about and what you guys do.
Well, The Fanatic is kind of my brainchild. I'm kind of a loner, and I always end up in a sports bar by myself. And so the premise of the show is when I'm in a bar by myself, it's always that guy that I end up bantering back and forth with. And it's always a battle, and it's always me checking him because you need to get your facts straight before you try to talk to me.
Talking that Denver shit.
Yeah, well, hey, now we just started. But so usually it's the girl that's in the background, though, getting a little salty because she's more the eye candy versus she's there just because versus maybe not. So I decided to start a show that changed that. You can learn about the sport, so you can be more than just the wing woman. You can be a participant,
Right.
and know what you're talking about. So that's the premise of the show.
So, I mean, is it to educate anyone
It's to educate. We have a segment called Ladies Corner, which is specifically to educate it. So it teaches women from the beginning to the end, or the rooter to the tutor, like my mom always says. So it really teaches you the ins and outs of football. The first thing that I noticed about most women is they don't even understand downs. So if you don't understand downs in football, it's almost impossible to understand the game. So you start with that so they can understand the movement of the ball. And once they understand that, it's more fun to watch. And then they want to learn more. So it's teaching them how to enjoy the game and just appreciate it. So it started with football, but then I met Miss Rhonda Ray, and she was as passionate about basketball as I was about football.
And I was going to ask Rhonda, how did you get involved?
Well, I met Jackie at a charity football game, and I just kind of walked up to her because she looked familiar, and I thought I'd known her from somewhere in the past, and we got to chatting, and she gave me her card. She was a producer and host of a female-based sports show, and I thought that this would be a perfect fit for me if she needed someone to talk NBA. So I was her counterpart. It was just kind of match, and she called me up, and here we are now.
So now y'all got to get the baseball chick and put it all together.
Yeah,
right?
baseball is like watching paint dry for me. I'll try.
Not in the playoffs.
I'll
Playoffs
try.
is a
Yeah,
whole
okay. Well, we
different
can
story.
wait till then.
Well, we'll
And
report it. We'll
it's more
definitely
fun to
report
play.
it.
It's fun when you do the time lapse though of the
Yeah.
baseball players and watch how thin they are when they come into the game
Hilarious.
versus how wide they are by the
Hilarious.
time they retire. That's
Yeah,
fun.
the World Series is pretty exciting.
And I got to give a shout out to
hit the
Rhonda Ray.
ball.
She came through with a little bit of libation, so cheers.
It was in my
Appreciate
trunk.
it.
It's been in my
Toast.
trunk for
Cheers,
quite some
cheers.
time, and
This
we
radio
needed something to
communion,
loosen
radio
us up, so we got the blue drink going on here.
So thank you, guys.
Cheers.
Hope y'all took time out for that too.
Right. So,
Ay,
Cheers.
ay, ay.
That's yummy.
you know,
Ay, ay, ay.
the topic of the show, of course, is athletes who turn rappers, like some of the best and some of the worst. We're
Right.
gonna
May
we're
not
gonna check
fit.
some out. We're gonna talk about what
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
really
yeah.
think about the skills. Like I know, to me, I always thought Shaq was dope. So
Really?
Yeah.
yeah,
dope.
Shaq
I've always thought
Shaq
Shaq
was
You know
dope.
he got
amazing.
skills,
Yeah.
man. You know he
After
got skills.
a few of these I heard,
Yeah.
there's a couple other dope ones too.
Yeah, there's a couple of
All
people
right.
that got it, so
Yeah.
I give it Shaq. But then there's a lot of really bad.
There's some really bad ones.
So we're gonna get into that. But
Horrible. He said horrible.
No, as Charles Barkley would say, just terrible.
Just terrible.
You know,
Just terrible.
and everybody has their opinion. You know what I mean? So we just gonna check it out and talk about it. But
Yeah.
before we do that, kind of want to catch up with you ladies, kind of on your stage, like what's going on in sports today. There's a lot of things happening. Like, for one, LeBron with that 61
Yeah,
last
man.
night.
He's in
Yeah.
beast mode, right?
I thought I was dreaming when I was
Yeah.
like, is this really happening
I
right
rolled
now?
over
You
and
knew it was going to happen eventually.
Now,
Like,
what's
come on.
crazy is I didn't know that he had never scored 60 points before.
Never.
You know,
Well, I knew that. I knew
didn't-
that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. But
Yeah, I don't
I
remember.
want to
hearing
ask
that
you guys
either.
a question. Right now, who do you think is going to win the MVP? KD or LeBron?
I have to go with LeBron.
I'd like to go with KD because I'm a fan to KD, but I'd have to say LeBron. He's just an all-around.
I mean,
Yeah, he's
he's an all-around player. He's just in beast mode.
Yeah,
all
when
the
you
time,
watch
like
him play-
unstoppable.
The
Like
only person that can stop KD is KD.
it's
If
KD.
he's
Yeah,
not having
fair.
a bad
I mean,
that's
game,
fair.
That is a
There's
fair.
nobody
yeah.
in the league
I
right
mean,
now
is
that
it
can
is
stop
it
him.
because is
7 feet,
is it
what,
because
3?
he's getting off lately? Because KD's been tearing it
Correct.
up. I'm talking about
Later.
Kevin
For a long
Kevin
time.
Durant. For
Right.
those of you who don't know,
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
he's kind of been killing it for like the last month
Yeah,
or two.
in the absence
but
of
LeBron
Westbrook,
just kind of
right.
turned it on in the last week or two. So
I feel like he's
know.
always. I
Yeah,
feel
me
like he's
too.
always better later in the season.
Who are you speaking of?
LeBron.
LeBron.
I feel like he's always better later in the season. I feel like he's a good player all around.
Yeah, I feel
but
like he's a
I
good
think
player
he's
all
always,
around.
I think he's always better because he got criticized for that a couple years ago, showing up late in the season. So
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
like
No,
he's
I
always
think
better later
that
in the season.
he's been in beast mode ever since the playoffs.
Well, I
I
gotta
just-
say this too, though. Those guys, because of where they've been in their career, they're understanding what part of the season they're in right now, and it's time to turn it
Right,
up.
Oh,
right.
yeah, definitely
Fighting
time
for
to turn it up.
playoff position. They're both of those guys are going for the best record of the league right
Yeah.
now.
yeah, so I
Which
think
is
whoever
crazy.
I really
You know.
think whoever ends up with the best record is the person that's probably going to end up with the MVP.
Yeah.
Now, and obviously, well, not obviously, but LeBron is actually one of my favorites. And speaking of one of my favorites, Allen Iverson.
Wow.
He just
Yeah.
got his jersey retired.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you know, he came back and Philly gave him a lot of love. And Allen Iverson is actually one of the guys that did make a few hip hop
He did.
records. And I want to check out a little video from his ceremony.
Yeah.
Can we play that?
Yeah,
AI
definitely
always
do.
kept it hip hop.
Always
Definitely,
kept
yeah,
it hip hop.
yep.
Always kept it real. He is one of the reasons why I love this game. He's so exciting to watch. He used to
Yeah.
be so exciting to watch, and
I saw a YouTube clip. It was
Best
part
dunk
one.
ever?
No,
Oh.
it was the crossovers, ankle breakers,
oh
part one.
yeah,
Right.
I never realized how fast that cat was.
yeah.
I know that's
Yeah.
It's like little Speedy Gonzalez
Yeah.
out there.
I was like, no wonder. I was like, no wonder Mike. I mean, now Mike a few years before maybe would have, but I don't know. But you know, he got Mike at a vulnerable point.
Yo, he gave it to Mike.
He did.
Yeah,
he
okay,
crossed the
yeah,
line.
yeah,
Broke him.
definitely.
He didn't even have
down.
cornrows then.
Not that he
was
always
gangster
had
all the
cornrows
time
now.
now.
One thing that I always give credit to AI is he kind of brought like the hip hop element into the league.
Yeah.
You know, with the tattoos and
And the cornrows.
and the sleeve and the cornrows, and even though they were already starting to wear their shorts a little lower because of like the Fab Five,
Right. Mhm.
Michigan. AI kind of he dropped them to the floor.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, he
He's-
kept it
he's-
thugging.
The league you see now is what AI.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say he was the first one to
He was
kind
the
of break
first.
that mold and say,
Yeah.
I really
Braid,
don't care
the
what you think about
cornrows,
me.
The tattoos,
This
the
is
crew
me.
thick,
Yeah.
all that.
Because it really didn't get popular until after he was like, look,
Absolutely.
here it is, here I am.
Absolutely.
And then the other thing is he kind of like was the one that probably ushered in the dress code.
I
Yeah,
believe he
yes,
did.
So
He played a big part in that for
We
sure.
gon-
He did indeed.
we're gonna go on to break, but as we do, we're gonna check out Allen Iverson
Yeah.
with one of his joints, 40 bars.
Yeah.
And
I
it
remember
was from a
this.
mixtape. I don't think it was from an album, but let's check it out right here on the
Check it
Going Way
out.
Mm-hmm.
Back Show with Money B.
All right.
Hey.
JRae The Fanatic.
That's right.
Who in the building? Rhonda Ray.
Rhonda.
Now, speaking of C-Web, that was C-Web, Chris Webber, with Corrupt, Gangsta. And, you know, C-Web is my guy, but he is not gangster. I'm sorry.
There was only one half of that was gangsta.
He's a great guy, and that's real good friends. Matter of fact, Rhonda, you saying his birthday is coming up?
Yeah. Happy belated birthday to Chris Webber.
Happy
March
birthday,
1st.
Chris.
Happy
March
birthday.
1st.
Michigan
we see
product.
you. We see you.
And then
Wolverine.
Shaq's birthday?
Yeah, March 6th. And we want to send a shout out to Shaq and say happy birthday.
I want to send a birthday shout out to my son.
There you go.
There you go.
Today is his birthday.
Oh, okay. What's your
happy
22
birthday?
years old.
Oh,
Aw,
deuce,
hey.
deuce,
Deuce,
deuce, deuce.
And
Crazy.
And
my daddy's birthday is next
Daddy.
week.
Oh, hey, Daddy.
Daddy
March-
Money.
March
Daddy
10th.
Money B.
Daddy Money B.
Pisces in the building.
Hi.
Pisces in the house.
Yeah, Aquarius just finished. Aquarius rock.
Right.
Yeah.
So, as I was saying, or I thought I said at the beginning of the show, we're gonna really focus in on this album called B-Ball's Best Secret, and it was
Yeah,
an album released on Epic Records,
Wow.
which featured then current NBA players,
Right.
showing their skills.
Right.
And so the album, let me see, it featured Dana Barros, Malik Sealy, rest in peace,
Rest
Yes,
in peace.
Shaq, Cedric Ceballos, Brian Shaw, Gary Payton, J.R.
Gary
Ryder,
Payton.
the Bay was in the building,
The Bay was in the building deep.
Dennis Scott, Chris Mills, and it had production by like Warren G, Diamond D.
Yeah.
It featured Brand Nubian,
Yeah.
Sadat
Full-on
X and them was on
production.
there. Also featured
B.
your boy Money
Money
B.
B.
Actually,
That was coming.
you know that was coming.
Yeah, we was waiting for it. He's gonna save the best for last.
Best for last.
Speaking of that,
Serious.
I wrote and kind of I produced J Kid's vocals on that song, and of course Jackie brought to my attention how
Don't put me
terrible
on
it was.
blast.
You
I didn't
goddamn
know.
right.
I didn't know.
But no, it was
I should've
terrible.
done- I was like,
it
it
really
was
was.
No, see, but the thing is though, you can write the best lyrics, but the
Yeah, but if he
delivery,
can't deliver it,
Yeah, you can't
delivery
deliver
and
it.
cadence, man.
Yeah.
You
Feed
know
a
that.
horse to water.
And it was
Can't
kinda
make
like-
him drink.
It was kind of like
Why
what
no
I heard it
reverse?
was recording Eazy because he wasn't a rapper, so they had to have him like rap every line per line.
Line per line.
Yeah.
So that's how I had to,
Boys in
that's
the
how I had to
Hood.
coach
J Kid.
J Kid through that because he really was, and he didn't try to act like he was either.
Right.
He
So
was
what
just like-
motivates you though, because for me, I just wouldn't want to put something out where I couldn't hold my own with the rest of the like. Why would you do that?
Well, I think he was convinced the cohorts by the
He
by
had too many yes
His
men.
other Bay friends.
whoever.
Too many yes
and
men.
I was probably one of them. Calling, you can do
okay.
it. You can do it.
Give me that check.
You know, I definitely, I wanted to
You
check.
sound good, man. You sound
Right,
fine.
yeah.
I wanted
There's
to
a lot
check.
of that going around.
I wanted to check and I wanted to challenge.
For
You
sure,
know what I
man.
mean?
For sure.
So, rock a little bit of that.
Yeah,
just a little bit.
Just a little bit of tech.
Just a little.
Just
tech.
a little bit.
Brian Shaw was featured on that album, and
Yep.
of course Jason Kidd. They're both head coaches in the NBA
Yep.
now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of wild that hip hop has infiltrated the head coaching ranks
Definitely
of
elevated.
the NBA.
But I think doesn't that just make you really smile when you see how far hip hop has come and people said, oh, it's only a fad, and now
Right,
you got
yeah.
athletes trying to do it and being successful at it, and I love it. I love it that it's a platform for all kinds of people.
Well, it just lets you know that how hip hop has grown. Where before it was just a young kids
Right.
thing.
Founding
Now
of America, man.
Now,
Whoa.
now some of our, I guess, because being a head coach, you have to be a leader of men.
Right.
Some of our leaders of men actually grew up on hip hop.
Yep.
Not that they have to run around representing like that, but the fact that they made records, they listen, they
Yeah,
still
they-
listen to
they-
it.
You know they do. You
Still
can't
Which they
stop
showed
listening
in
to it.
Founding of America. They
Yeah.
showed that Barack was a product of
Right.
hip hop.
Yeah.
You
I would
know?
love to see him
80s
get down to
hip
some
hop
hip
though.
hop.
That 80s hip hop is my favorite though.
Said
Yeah.
80s. Now,
80s.
who's your favorite hip hop artist?
Oh, I have many.
Or just give me, like,
Run
one or two.
DMC. I like Big Daddy Kane. I like
Daddy Kane.
Slick Rick.
So that's
I
your, like, the late 80s is your
NWA.
era.
I like Digital Underground.
Huh.
Yeah, I like Salt and
Trying
Pepper.
to butter
I
up the
like
host.
Sweet
I know,
Tea.
I
right?
see that. I'm trying to like brainstorm and like how can I
Yeah,
butter up the
yeah.
host?
What about you, Jackie? Who?
I came into hip hop kind of late. I grew up in a very gospel house. Like you better not listen to nothing unless you can sing it in church kind of house. Yeah.
No secular.
Yeah,
You can blow too, huh?
I can sing a little bit. I can sing a little
Bust
bit.
it
Wait,
out.
could you
Yeah,
listen to
Bust
Kirk
it out.
Franklin?
Yeah, bust it out.
Of course I listen
bust
to
it out,
Kirk
Jack.
I don't know, I'm just saying.
Franklin. Y'all really want me to sing?
Just go. Just hit up.
Do that one.
Nah, I mean if I'm gonna sing, I'm gonna sing a
Come on
church
now.
song. That's all I know.
No. You wasn't singing church when I saw.
Am I burlesque show?
No, indeed.
What you want me to sing? Pick a song. Throw something out there.
Throw something out there. Just
Something real quick. Something
real
real
quick.
quick. Just something real quick. Give me.
I'm gonna
10
sing a gospel song then.
Go for it.
Why should I feel discouraged? And why should the shadows fall?
now.
And why should my heart feel lonely? Is that enough? I know y'all ain't really trying to go to
There
church.
it is. There it is. Good shit. Good shit.
But anyway, so I came into hip hop late. You don't even know what that is. Are you gonna shout now? You gonna do the holy dance?
No, I got
So
it.
you came in hip hop late.
I came into hip hop late. So, my brother being my idol, he kind of introduced me to a little bit of NWA, but obviously I couldn't listen to that. So I kind of came in with Ice Cube like later in his career.
So you say Ice Cube was like your...
Ice Cube was my dude.
That was your main influence?
He was my main dude. And then from there, it was Jay-Z, and then, of course, Eminem. So I'm a late bloomer. I didn't even really listen. Like I said, you know, I didn't even listen to R&B really until late in the game. So I'm a late bloomer.
I love hip-hop.
You didn't really catch a lot of it? I could dig it.
But I listen to a lot of hip-hop now, though. So
you on it now?
I'm on it now.
Making up for lost time.
I am. Like, that's all I listen to now.
I was surprised. I said, we got Money B coming through the studio from Digital Underground. I was like, do you know who that is? She was like, yeah.
Okay, so she got it.
I'm like, I'm not an idiot.
Well, let's switch gears real quick. You know, I want to take it back to the NBA. I want to ask you guys, you know, when I was on your show, we had a conversation about gay athletes. And now Jason Collins, he just got signed for another 10-day contract.
Yep.
And last month, his number 90, I believe number 98 jersey for Brooklyn Nets was the highest selling jersey of last month.
They coming out the woodwork.
That's crazy to me
So-
because, I mean, y'all know, never mind.
Well, what do you think? What do you think that does
Especially coming from the church.
for you know gays being accepted, you know, from then till now, and how do you think that'll affect what's his name, Michael Sam, the guy that's trying to get into the NFL? How do you think that's gonna affect his easing into the NFL?
Well, I mean, the one thing that I've said, and I've always said this about sports in general, the thing that unites people is that they really are just rooting for the team. And I really think that regardless of your standpoint on homosexuality, whether you're for it or against it, if they're a good athlete, they're a good athlete. I really think you can put that down and set that aside and just say, okay, I might not agree with his lifestyle choice, but he's still good at what he does, and you can accept that. Now, where I think it hurts Mr. Sam is because he was very lackluster,
subpar,
very. I mean,
Good
and
word.
so I think when I watched the combine just specifically for him, you know, because I wanted to see, like, if you've made this statement, you need to come out there and you need to bring it. You need to be. It's just like sometimes when you think about being black, yes, you have to be better.
Yeah,
you just have to be
do
better.
more.
Yeah, and so when I'm watching him, I'm like, see, you should have kept your mouth shut.
Right, and that's
because
what
you out there and you ain't bringing it.
And I've heard that. So we're gonna take a break. As we do, we're gonna run a video from another cat that was on the Best Kept Secret album. This is Cedric Ceballos with Flow
right.
On, produced by Warren G, featuring my guy Ricky Harris, right here on the Going Way Back show with Money B.
Money B.
That was Dana Barros from the B-Ball's Best Kept Secret. And Dana Barros was actually one of the cats that I thought had skills. You know, and he was a good player.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, you know, it's light-skinned niggas got
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
You know what I'm
Light
saying?
You
I
brown.
do.
He's light skinned. You kind of golden.
Yeah, you little golden.
Golden?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
golden.
Golden child?
Yeah.
Like red.
All right. So
All right, red.
on my radio podcast, I have a segment called Classic Battles. And it's
Okay.
Classic Battles on Wax. So one of the classic battles that we had in sports, in the NBA in particular, was Shaq and Kobe. Now, you know, it goes all the way back to I guess their playing days,
Right.
when, you know, Kobe was coming in and Shaq was supposed to be, you know, the
Yeah,
big
take
brother,
him under his
and
wing,
Kobe,
right.
and Kobe really wasn't feeling that. He wanted to do his own
Antisocial.
thing. Yeah, he wanted to do his own thing. And then, you know, I guess they would, you know, it led to the whole split up.
Yep.
But then the shit really hit the fan when
Literally.
literally hit the fan.
Literally, right?
When I guess, you know, Kobe went down for the whole rape allegation and he kind of threw Shaq under the bus.
bastard.
Now, I know how I feel.
Under the bus is an
Now,
understatement.
how do you guys feel about that whole situation, and what's your take on their whole drama?
I mean, for me, it was like some whole, what we call it, bitch assness.
Yeah, it was bitch assness.
Yeah.
That's just the one word to describe
I think
that.
because
you know,
I've never been a Laker fan, but at the time I was a Kobe fan.
Right.
Times have changed. But at the time I was a Kobe fan, and I really admired him at the time because I thought, you know, he seemed like he was so upset, and that was his platform. He was like, I'm a good guy, I don't do this, I don't do that.
Right.
And so when it happened, it's like, man up and take it.
Yeah.
Don't start pointing fingers. You know, you take it like a man. Don't be like, well, Shaq did it
Yeah,
too.
You got a call.
Yeah.
Stop being a hoe. Now,
Yeah,
we
that
got
was-
a
that's
second.
basically
We got a
some
caller on the
bitch-
line. Caller, you there?
Where's Tom Teasy?
Oh, Tom Teasy couldn't make it today. Who's calling? Is this Journey?
Johnny.
No. Well, I miss her. Where is she?
Oh, well, she's not here. She couldn't make it.
She'll be back next week.
Right.
She will be.
We don't make the cut.
Say what? That's
No,
all.
you guys are still great.
Yay.
I just want to make sure she's going to be back.
She will.
Okay?
She want that
Everything's
gossip
okay?
report. That's what it is.
Right. You know,
Oh,
we
yeah.
can't do it without Tom Teasy, so she'll be
Yeah.
back. But, give her a shout out. Say, Tom Teasy, come back.
Don't say it like that though.
And say what up to our girls, JRae and Rhonda Ray.
Yeah, we're
Right.
friendly. We don't bite.
Tom Teasy, please come back.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
All right, well, thanks for calling, and she
Thank
will
you for
definitely be
calling.
back.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
All right.
We don't have no gossip. Don't you have no gossip you can share?
No gossip sales.
Yeah, you do. You be knowing them fools.
I do. I got a little bit of gossip.
Well, tell us
Yeah.
about it.
Tell something. There's got to be something.
I'm gonna let you think about
Yeah,
it.
let me think
And
about
we're gonna play a little clip of this is Shaq with Peter Guns before he was
I remember that.
before he was the love and hip hop
I
star.
remember. Ooh.
Oh, my
Produced
God,
by
that is-
DJ Quick. What's the name of the song?
Oh, DJ Quick in
Are
the
we
house.
playing that one?
It's the it's the video. The video. What's the name of it?
The way it's going down.
The way it's going down. Let's check a little bit out of that song out.
Yeah.
See, Shaq
That
has
was
skills,
bumping,
so it's
though.
kind of.
Yeah,
that was
Shaq
getting
has a
it.
lot of skills.
Only
I've
thing that was
always,
wrong with that
been a
song,
fan
he
of
had
his.
cross-dressing De La Hoya sitting in
Ooh,
the
he's
riding
just
shotgun.
silly like that. He does stuff like
He
that.
probably
He's
had
silly
some
like that.
pantyhose going
Hey,
on.
He had,
Yeah.
he had Twism going on.
Yeah,
at that
Twism,
time. He had
right,
sneakers
exactly.
going on. He was with
Yeah.
Reebok back then, wasn't
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
So De La
What
Hoya was
the
probably
movie
riding
he
with
was in?
some knee highs.
Yeah.
he?
And a
Hilarious.
garter
Booty
belt.
shorts. Some booty
Yeah.
shorts.
Oh.
Luckily, they didn't have a full screen shot.
Well, he looked like he had a little swag in the front seat. De La Hoya.
A little switch.
A little swag, or do you mean a little sugar?
Yeah,
He looked like he had a little swag in
A
that
little
video.
A real little one.
Nail.
About yay
Yeah,
wide.
nail
yeah.
big.
Well, there's the gossip there, Mr. Roofie Man.
That
is the gossip there.
What's that gossip?
Darren Sharper.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
the
wow.
gossip.
That don't make no sense because
Yeah.
seriously, he could have called me. I'd have given 10 girls
Honey,
numbers.
listen.
And you know
Wide
what's
awake.
crazy? Now, I
Maybe
always,
why- I
Now-
would have maybe.
You would've gave
I
it
would
to
have
her.
considered his loan.
She
for
would've
our
gave it to
audience,
Aesthetically, he wouldn't have any problems.
hold on
None.
one second. For our audience, Darren Sharper is an ex-NFL player.
Right,
He played for the
okay.
Saints in Green Bay.
Yes.
And he was on NFL Total Access doing a good job.
Real good
Right,
job.
really
He was
good
the
job.
pick magnet. Now
Right.
he's now
He
he's
was.
the rape magnet.
Yeah.
And
How
he's
does
fun
he
to
keep
look
shooting
at,
himself?
though.
Really
He's real
nice to
fun
look
to
at.
look at.
Ooh, really
You wouldn't
nice
think he
to
would
look
have a
at.
problem, right?
He wouldn't.
But
What a
now
problem with what?
with women. So
Oh.
why does he?
But I'm telling you, the only reason
Yeah,
a
we
man
said
would
that
do
on the
something
show.
like that is if he don't want no one to remember the incident. I'm telling you. 'Cause
What the
if-
size of the
if your
incident?
man
Speaking of
is
incident, Shaq dissing Kobe.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna get back to
that.
Yeah.
just to end it, like I said, I didn't think that Darren Sharper had to do that.
He
but
didn't.
I don't know.
I don't
and
think
who's
so
to say he
either.
did? Right now, he's going through his.
No,
Like a
Sounds
whole
like a Mike
bunch of
Tyson
girls. He's
incident.
been
Yeah, so
Sounds like a Mike
been
Tyson
so you think he's
incident.
going down?
Yeah,
oh,
he's
way
been
down.
accused. Yeah.
One person I'd have been like, it's kind of like even Ben Roethlisberger got away with 2, but 3? Nah,
Yeah.
man, you can't do that.
And it's like 2 at a time each time
Yeah,
too.
right.
It's real
Like, damn,
fucked up.
Darren
Ben
Sharper.
Roethlisberger had his skin working for him.
All you have to do, but just don't go in the bathroom with Ben Roethlisberger. You'll be fine. You'll be
Right.
fine.
So,
So, talking about Kobe and Shaq, it's kind of like I felt like Kobe. He just rubs people the wrong way.
He does.
he's
For some
arrogant.
reason. You know what I mean? But I will be honest with you. He got on my nerves back in the day, but I kind of like Kobe now.
Yeah.
You know, and he
Injured
kinda-
Kobe?
Not
think
injured
vice versa.
Kobe.
Oh, okay.
I'm just thinking. I'm looking at Kobe
Jordan
as the
Kobe.
player. Like later on, where because I've always been a Laker hater.
Yeah, me too.
I've never liked the haters. I know you're looking over here looking crazy.
I'm
And
looking up the
Shaq
mic.
was my guy, but I will give Kobe his props as a player. He's definitely one of the top players of all time.
have to give
but
him
as
his
just a
props.
regular dude, he is a
Yeah, his talent has nothing to do with his personal life.
yeah, he's a biatch.
Yeah.
So I mean, and he actually was a terrible rapper as well. I don't really have one of his songs. We kind of got and real quick. He did a joint with
Brian McKnight.
with Brian McKnight.
Oh, no.
And he did
What?
that- yeah, and he did a little verse on there, which was all right.
You got that?
Yo,
Not
Kyle,
my
we got that.
Brian. Not my Brian. I love me some Brian
Bust it,
McKnight
bust it,
now.
bust it.
Hold on.
Well, what I noticed is somebody coached him up on the rapper move.
Yeah, like, yeah.
that was straight
That
out of
Kevin
the
Hart
draft.
thing. Just,
Well, let me just say that's straight out of the draft. He had the same haircut when he went to the prom with Brandy. Do you remember that?
I remember that.
Yeah, you remember
Yep.
that?
So he had a little swag back
Yeah,
then,
a little
I'd
bit.
say.
Yeah,
You know,
LeBron didn't ask
I mean-
a superstar to prom.
Right?
oh, here you go.
I didn't think Kobe was bad in that record, but
Me
I've heard
either.
other stuff where he was just terrible. So I think
I
he
got
struck
another one by
lightning
him.
in a bottle one time and got off that one okay verse.
Hey.
Maybe.
It was
On
all
which
right.
song?
I
On which
mean,
song,
it wasn't.
though?
It wasn't.
I like the
brutal.
other
On which
dude's
song?
verse.
On this one?
Tone.
Oh, okay.
I
It
didn't
wasn't
wasn't-
terrible in this
no,
song.
no.
Yeah, he wasn't
But
bad.
Brian, I feel like Brian McKnight can make anybody sound kind of all right.
Well, it wasn't like he was singing while Kobe
but-
was rapping.
Right, I feel
Don't
you,
try to
but-
put that on Brian
Well, I'm
McKnight.
just saying, because when he first started, I was like,
Look, give Kobe
It
his
didn't
props.
sound bad.
it wasn't bad.
It didn't sound bad.
And just as soon as we give him his props, we about to take it
Take it
away
right
real
back.
yeah,
quick.
we're going to throw him back under the bus.
jacked up.
Yeah, because we got a clip with Shaq dissing him
Oh, no.
Wow.
at a party.
Bring
This is
it
in
on.
2008, and he's
Tell me how
bring
my
it on.
ass
Tell me how
tastes.
my ass tastes. And he had the whole crowd saying it, but let's check this
Oh,
out.
no,
We gon-
not the
Tell
whole
me how my
crowd.
Kyle,
ass
how many minutes we
tastes.
got till break?
That's
3?
plenty of
Yeah, so
time.
let's
That's
run
plenty of
this.
time.
Yeah, let's run it. Run it.
Check it.
Uh-oh.
You know how I be. Last week Kobe couldn't do without me. You know how I be. Last week Kobe couldn't do without me. I call myself big, but I'm not as good as Biggie. I call myself big cause I live next to Diddy. Excuse me, Diddy lived next to me. So in the hood, dog, I feel like B.I.G. Cause if Biggie was still here, he would be right there on Star Island in the mansion somewhere chilling, sitting on about $500 million. Cause me and Guns combined shit, that's $500 million. For real, dog. Now that's B.I.G. Ain't nobody in the world do it bigger than me. That's like a white boy trying to be more nigga than me. That's like a homeless cat having more figures than me. That's like Patrick Ewing having more rings than me. That's like rappers having cars, strip things than me. That's like you saying to yourself you're better than me. That's like Kareem saying to himself he better than me. Now stop. Think about that. It ain't about that. It's about B.I.G. aka Big Shaq. Now that's the difference between first and last place. Kobe, nigga, tell me how my ass tastes.
Tell me how my ass tastes.
Kobe,
Tell me how my ass tastes.
Okay, everybody.
Vulgar.
Kobe, tell me how my ass tastes. I'm a horse. Kobe ready me out. That's why I'm getting divorced. Okay.
Oh, he went bananas. Did he go crazy?
Yeah, he went in.
He went
All
in.
in.
Oh, gave him the business. Oh,
Tell
my
me
Did
how
God.
Kobe
my ass
retaliate?
tastes.
Like, you have to
Oh.
retaliate on that.
He did try to retaliate, but it was whack. You know, I wouldn't even do Kobe like that and play his record. So right now we're gonna go into a break.
We sorry,
When we come
Kobe.
back, we're gonna keep it moving right here on the Going Way Back show.
Tell me
With
how
B.
my ass-
That was the homie Gary Payton from the
GP.
town.
GP.
GP
Got
in the
mad
building.
love for GP.
And that was also from Best Kept Secret. Like I said, the town, Oakland, California, was definitely represented on that record.
Yes, it-
Not a
yes,
lot
it
of
was.
cats from Denver.
Hey, now, I mean, I'm sitting right here.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Well, Jackie, let's kind of switch a little bit and get back into your wheelhouse and let's talk a little NFL.
Okay.
And especially, you know, I'm pretty sure you're happy that your man passed his test.
Oh, you know I was doing
know,
the Holy Ghost dance.
The neck is okay.
Who you talking about?
Talking about
Ooh,
Peyton Manning
Don't make me come over there. You only a reach away.
for them Denver Donkeys.
Donkeys, the
up.
donkeys.
Hey, I got to deal with Romo. So
First of all, you want to know a little secret?
What?
I'm from Denver, but I am a diehard Dallas Cowboy fan.
love you.
So, but here's the problem with that: Tony Romo and that contract, dumbest thing
Oh,
ever.
They
Talk to
already
Jerry.
renegotiated.
Talk to Jerry.
And so,
Thanks, Jerry.
you know, free agency is a beast. We got our guy
I mean,
Anquan
Mr.
Bolden back.
Jones.
Yeah,
we about
did.
to break Cap off real
Jeez.
good.
Oh.
But I
Denver's
want,
about to lose Eric Decker, though. That's huge.
yeah, and probably no Sean.
I don't think they're going to lose no Sean.
I don't know.
I don't think so. Just because he's got such a great relationship with Peyton Manning, and I think that he really kind of blossomed under Peyton, and I really think that's going to be a fact. I don't think he's going to leave.
Well, logic kind of tell you that they'll go with the younger back. You know, Monty Ball I think the guy that they're thinking is going to be their future. Because if you think about it, even last year, they were already kind of writing No Shine off. You know, he just kind of had a resurgence. I'm sorry, when, was that last year or the year before when everybody got hurt? And then he actually got...
It was the year before.
Right, and he got back in, but he had fell out of grace.
Right.
So I don't think he was really part of their plans. Well, but we'll see.
We'll see, yeah.
So what I want to ask you guys, two things. Two new rule changes. One, what do you think about they wanted to move the extra point back from kicking it on the 2-yard line to the 25-yard line, which would make it a 42-yard kick for extra point. What's your feelings on that?
I don't think it's going to make I mean, most of these extra points are going through so easily anyway. I don't think that it's going to really matter that much. I think it's a dumb idea. I feel like if it's not broke, why are you fixing it?
Exactly.
You know, so I think it's a dumb idea. I know they had even talked about taking the extra point completely away. Also another dumb idea. Also wanted to widen the field at some point.
Yeah.
So then we got a Canadian league. Very dumb ideas, you
They have
know.
an arrow
But
field, don't they?
no, they have a very wide
They have
field.
a longer field, too.
And
I
it's
think.
wider.
Yeah.
Another rule change that I probably feel a little bit more about is them wanting to ban the use of the N-word.
That's what I wanted to
I have a
talk about.
strong opinion on
I want to
that.
hear both of you guys' thoughts on that.
Yeah.
Whoever wants to start first.
Well, for me, I was tuned into Sports Center or something. They were talking about just that, and they had Common on and a couple other athletes, so on and so forth.
Outside the lines.
Outside the lines, okay. So basically, my take is that, yes, for the generation now, it is just a term of endearment. It's Nigga to them. You know, and yes, this is what they call each other these days. I mean, I go up to my daughter's school, it's just N-word, N-word. And I don't think they reference it in the text as to what it really means in terms of slavery. I don't think that they're putting those two together. I think this generation here finds nothing wrong with it. It's a term of endearment, but people who have some history and have some knowledge of history find it very offensive. So
I think I fall on the absolute opposite side of that. I think that, and this is going to sound very hypocritical. Now, I'm not a person who likes when anyone says it, black or white. However, if you were to say it right now, it wouldn't even register with me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it would literally go over my head. However, there is no way, I don't care if you are 10 or 110, there is no way as a white person you don't know what that word means. I don't care if you put an A on it or an ER at the end.
No, I was phrasing just the younger generation puts an A on it.
Right.
But I don't feel like
but
it's
they
ever
also
okay.
say LOL. I mean, so we
Yeah.
probably don't want to give them too much credit.
Right,
You know, they're not
yeah.
spelling anything out these days.
Well,
but
you're right. But the thing of it is that the topic was, is it different with the A on the end or ER?
I think that's a matter of
Yeah.
ignorance. I mean, I think
Yeah.
that it's just a matter of ignorance. It's still
Yeah.
the same word, and it's still all about context. I will say this, though. Having said that, and so I'm definitely against the use of the word just all around.
So,
it's
ju-
stupid to try to enforce that rule on the field, because when I'm in that moment, I might drop an F-bomb, you know, all
Most
kinds of
anything.
words.
Yeah,
I might
most
say
definitely
anything.
in that
So
moment.
I just think
That's
that's inappropriate.
The way I feel about it is it's two sides of it. One, obviously, you know, we don't, even though we all use it, we don't condone that word, especially
Correct.
around others.
Correct.
If we're talking with each other, then, you know, we have no
Right, right.
problem
May
with it.
fly out,
But
yeah.
my problem is if you try to legislate it out or just try to, you know, control it, it's kind of like you're targeting blacks.
Yeah, you
Absolutely.
are
Because
definitely
ain't no
targeting
white
them
dude
back.
gonna say that on the field. So
Not on purpose.
Right, I
Right.
was just gonna say not on purpose.
Not on purpose. So
Yeah.
if, you know, so basically, like if we're on the same team and I jump up like, good play, my nigga, am I
Right.
gonna get
Right,
penalized?
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying.
well,
It's
So
completely inappropriate.
It's skewed in a way where it's gonna penalize more black
It's
players
just hard to
than
put
anything
boundaries
else.
around that.
Well, I think it's stemming from the incognito Jonathan Martin
Right.
situation. I think it's
Yeah.
definitely stemming from that, and that's a prime example. Is if I use this word with my white friend and I've deemed that it's okay for him to say it back to me, and now my white friend says it in front of a bunch of black people, now my white friend is in trouble, and now they're putting it on me. So now they put the onus of this word on every black athlete in the league, and I just think that that's wrong.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not fair.
I don't think that the rule will pass. I don't see
yeah,
how
they're
it
gonna have a
could
hard
pass.
time
Yeah.
legislating it.
Right.
Yeah,
So-
for sure.
It'll pass.
Yeah,
It's
well,
almost
then-
time.
Who's the commissioner?
Yeah, true that.
It's almost
true
time
that.
for us to get out, but
Exactly.
I want you both quickly to tell me everything that you have going on and how people can reach you on social media.
Well, for me, co-host of JRae The Fanatic.
What?
You can catch our segments on every week. I'm also promoting my T-shirt brand, Hot Chicks. This is our artwork. This is our logo. We have all kinds of T-shirts.
Nice.
Thank you. We're relaunching again. It's going to become a movement and a campaign. So Hot Chicks at Hot Chicks, HAUTECHIX, just like the hat. Hot Chicks, at Hot Chicks on Instagram. So you can catch me there and you can follow our new styles.
Nice.
Great.
Well, okay, so let's see. I have a lot going on. First of all, follow us online, JRae The Fanatic, for everything, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. Also,
Yes.
you can see the new segments at thefanaticonline.com. Also, follow me on Facebook at Jackie Rae Music. I'm in a monthly burlesque show that performs once a month. Yeah, you really need to come. The twinkle in your eye just lets me know
I'm
you need to come
participate
to
the
that
next
show.
time.
It's very beautiful. So make sure you come out to that burlesque show. Also, I just got cast as the lead.
Yay, Lisa.
The name is Lisa in the new nationally touring stage play called The New 40. It's okay to be grown and sexy. So make sure you
Nice.
follow me on Jackie Rae
Yeah.
Music, and it'll be debuting here in June. So hope to
Wonderful.
see you guys
That's
out.
what's up.
Thank you so much.
Always.
You can catch me right here every Tuesday, 8 o'clock with Money B and Ton Teasy when she comes back. My Instagram is always in your ear. And,
I like that.
Me too.
Always in your ear.
Always.
I like that.
Great.
Always like that.
And Facebook DJ Always.
Yeah.
Catch me there.
Nice.
And of course, you can find me on all social media at MoneyB69, at Going Way Back Show. Make sure you check out the podcast on goingwaybackshow.com. What was you gonna say?
You told me I had a choice, and I had something that you left out. We was talking about football and all that.
Well, we had more fun in the studio.
Well, yeah, we're gonna keep it moving out. If you got it, maybe we can rock out with it. I was gonna play. Y'all must have forgot.
No, they got
What?
the video.
What
they got
video?
Football.
Okay.
Chicago Bears,
Okay.
baby.
Well, hold on. Let me finish. So let's get to that. But like I said, make sure you tune into the podcast at goingwaybackshow.com. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you missed Ton Teasy with the old school new news, check her out. Ton_Teasy. TON_TEZY. Ton Teasy. And
You
just
were
come
missed,
back and
Ton
join
Teasy.
us.
You were
And
missed.
I just want to thank you guys for
Thank you for
Thank you.
having
Great
us.
time.
It's been a
Appreciate it.
blast. It's been a blast. Thank you for having
Yep.
us.
We'll be back.
We will be
For sure. So, time for us to get out of here. Until next time, people, be easy.
Be
Let's
easy.
run it.
It's the Goin Way Back Show with Money B. Classic hip-hop, raw and uncut.
Thanks for visiting the Goin Way Back Show channel. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe, and click that like button.